All right, welcome back to season 4 of our show. And today it's Cornish game hens, and we're smoking them up. Let's show you how to get them done. All right, so today it's Cornish game hens, like we said, and we're just going to show you how to get these seasoned up. Now we're cooking these with a wild rice. This is a mixed wild rice. I got some brown rice in there as well too, and those little black specks are the wild rice. But when you mix it with a blend like this, it's got a couple of different rices in here. So we got some green fried tomato that we're going to fry up, and we got some zucchini that we're going to fry up to go along with this process of elimination. So we're going to show you how to get this seasoned first. So I have a rub right here. This is a rub that I made up, garlic powder, onion powder, a little paprika, a little oregano in here. Like I always say, please make it yours. So we're going to get this on first. And then we're going to follow with some salt. None of these rubs have salt in them, so this is why I always control my salt and go with my own rubs and my own amount of salt. When you buy things in the supermarket that are packed and loaded with sodium, not only is it not healthy for you, but you're going to have a salt problem with cooking your food. So if you control your own sodium, the meal will come out perfect. Even if you do like salt, you can adjust your own and put even more on if you like. All right, so here's the front of our Cornish hens. Now these are fresh game hens. They weren't frozen. And you always want to try to get a hold of a fresh bird if you can. So just like that, and let's just get a little salt on there. Now we're hanging these guys today. We're going to show you a very simple, easy way how to hang chicken. So for those of you guys that never hang chicken, this is a simple way we're showing you how to do this today. Just going to get the sides of these. So I get a good amount of that salt on the front, the back, and the sides. I just kind of rub it around and get it all on the side. So here we go. Maybe I'll put a touch more just on the sides of each one. Olive oil. This is a good one. It's going to help that rub it in. Get it nice and rubbed in. And just rub them around. I like a big bowl like this for them. This way they're all in one location, and all your spices that fall down in there, you can just use them over again as you're rubbing this around. And don't be afraid to put that oil on there, because it's going to make that skin crisp up beautifully, depending on the cooker that you're going with. So a lot of people ask me, why do you have so many cookers? I have a lot of cookers because they all do different jobs. And if you're blessed enough to have more than one cooker, why not use them all, right? Because if I had to put this on a regular grill, I'd have to adjust a lot of things. The fire height, the way the fire is hitting at them. I might have to go out and mess with them, turn them. And the cooker that we're using today, they're going in a barrel, and they're going to hang. They're getting direct heat, and all that fat from the chicken is going to drip into the coal, creating a lot more flavor. So if you're cooking on an offset, you're not going to get that flavor of that meat directly over the coals, dripping on those coals. Or if you're cooking on a pellet cooker. Pellet cookers are great, they save some time, but the nightmare of a pellet cooker is when they break. You got to figure out what to do with all this food. So if this was all on a pellet cooker, or just like, think of it as using your oven. If your oven breaks, what do you do from there? You're going to have to go outside and put that roast on one of the grills and figure out which one to put it in, because to replace an oven cook, that's a big one. That's a huge one. So most people don't have the capacity on their cooker to accommodate anything that goes in their oven. All right, there we go. So these are all nice and marinated up. And now we're going to show you how to hang these. Let's just bring in our board here. Now I'm using these hooks. This is the pit barrel cooker. These are their hooks. And we're going on a barrel today that's made by a company called Pit Barrel. So we're going to take our hook, hold the chicken up, go through the cavity of the chicken, and just like that, we'll take it like that and we'll hook it onto the grill. And these little hooks just go in and we'll show you how to do that. All right, we're gonna get these guys queued up and we're gonna meet you right back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, so we got our chickens nice and skewed up now. Now this is the last step we're gonna do. So we're gonna take some dry rosemary. Into our grinder we go. This is a coffee grinder. And then I'm just gonna grind this up. And what you're looking for is a fine powder. That's it. And what we're going to do is just kind of sprinkle over top like this. This is going to bring a really, really nice flavor to that chicken. And that's all you need. Some breast, the legs, between the wings over there. And that's just going to bring in a really, really great flavor. All right, that's it. Onto the cooker we go. All right, time to get these birds hung. Make sure their feet are in. And here we go. They hook pretty easily. It doesn't take long to hook them. This is how easy this is. You don't even really have to touch the chicken. And just like that, we got 6 birds all hooked in. And let's get our lid on. Now this thing is cooking at about 300 degrees, about 2 hours. That's about it. I'll meet you back here. Stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, let's see where these chickens are at. I'm about an hour in. Let's lift one up and see what we're working with. They're looking right. I need to go a little bit more on this side. So what I'll do is just switch this around and get it over to the other side. Because I want that side to be a bit darker. But they're all looking pretty good. Let's pull this one up. They're looking great. Probably got about another half hour to go. That's it. They'll cook them pretty quick, even. Let's take a look at this guy. And they're looking right. All right, we're gonna let these go some more and then we're gonna meet you guys back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, time to get our sides together with these game hens. Let's show you how to do it. So right here we have some wild rice that we mentioned before. This is a mixed wild rice. I decided not to go with the green fried tomatoes because I had Brussels sprouts to use up, so we're using those today. We're just going to show you how to get all this done. So we're going to take our rice. It's been washed, rinsed, very good, and it's dry right now and set out for a little bit. We're just going to take some sage, just a couple of pieces of it, rip them apart, drop them right in. You can discard the stem. Bay leaves, you're going to need 2 of them, drop them right in, and we're going with an onion. Just get it cut up any way you want. I like my pieces a little bit big and my rice, so I can find them. And that's about it. Let's get it right into the rice. Just gives that great flavor in there. Those onions will cook down and give an excellent taste. All right, let's go in with a little bit of salt. Now when you put your water in, you're gonna put just enough water just to cover the rice. That's it. A couple of pinches of salt. I actually like this mixed rice a little bit more on the salty side. There's the olive oil. Good douse of that in there. And then we're gonna put this on the stove. We're gonna cover it up to the rice with water. As we'll show you, we'll just enough to cover the rice. And that's about it, and we'll get that started. All right, so now we're working on our Brussels sprouts. Right here we have our onion. So we're gonna start cutting that up. We've got our sage. I'm gonna use a couple more pieces of sage. Savory dishes, I always like to use the sage. And we're just gonna put that sage off to the side. Let's just cut some onion up. Just get it nice and cut up there. Any way will do. However you like it, make it yours. But I do suggest you cut them up in pieces like this. Pretty much close to julienne in them. Just get them cut up. I like a lot of onion in this dish. Brussels sprouts need the onion. That's how I feel. And it just makes a wonderful addition to this dish, is all the onion. Just creates a beautiful depth in there. All right, so here's our Brussels sprouts. A lot of people don't know what to do with Brussels sprouts, so we're gonna show you. It's like baby cabbages. If you see any outer leaves that aren't good, just get rid of them. Let's see if I can find one where the outer leaves are a little bit banged up. All right, so this one right here, I'm just gonna pull the outer leaf off. You pull the outer leaf off, and underneath, you got this beautiful Brussels sprout. So you just discard the outer leaf. Now I washed these, got all the dirt out of them, cut the stalk off, and just turn it over like this. You can actually, once you cut the stalk, you can lay it flat, and then just half it, just like that. And do the same thing, and half it, like that. And back in the bowl they go. Do the same thing here. All right, we're gonna cut these up in just a little bit. I'm gonna take my sage and I'm gonna put it in with my onion because it's all being cooked in together. And then now we're gonna show you some bacon here. Here's a slab bacon. Just any bacon will do. This happens to be a slab bacon, parts off of a slab bacon that I cured, made myself. So what I'll do is just start making slices like this in strips. I like a lot of bacon. So this is raw and cured. And curing means it's a salt cure, smoked, but it's still raw. Let's just get that piece in here. Just be very careful with it because it's kind of a hard, soft bacon at the time. So you got to be careful cutting because your knife could slip off of it. So now that we have it like this, I'm just going to cut it in half. Just like that. And these are the size pieces I want in here because they're going to shrink up anyway. All right, I'm going to get to cutting this up and then we're going to meet you on the stove. So stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, these hens are done. Let's go get them out of here. Look at that. Beautiful. Just gonna put my hooks to the side as I pull them. And they're all looking right. That's why I love cooking with the hanging method. It allows you to cook a lot of food and have it come out perfect and all identical at the same time. There's basically no hot spots when you cook like this. If there is, you could just move the food around on the rack. That's it. All right, I'm gonna organize these real quick. I'm gonna try to get everything over on the breast. When you get everything over on the breast, it'll keep the breast nice and moist and juicy. Now this one here, I'm gonna hang this just a little bit longer because I don't like the color on the back. That's it, but it's cooked. I just want that color to come up a little bit. So again, just turn them over on the breast part, just like that. And as they cool, all that juice will come out and keep your breasts nice and juicy. All right, I'm gonna bring these in and we're gonna finish up the rest of this cook. I'll meet you right back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, so we got our bacon on. Our rice has come to a boil, and then it boils down. So now I'm gonna put the lid on it. And now we're just gonna work with our bacon. So now I got our bacon rendering down, nice and easy. This is how you wanna do this. Now I decided to crush up some garlic, fresh garlic. And I'm gonna put a little bit of garlic in here with this too, because I like garlic. Nothing's planned, do it on the cuff. If you remember, do it on the cuff, because I almost forgot. But that garlic is gonna make all the difference in the world. Let's get our sage in. And we're gonna go with some of those onions. What I like to do is put them on one side of the pan. Go a little bit more here. This way our bacon gets a chance to render down evenly without being mixed in with the onion. And the onion gets a chance to do its thing as well too. So you're actually using both sides of your pan, which is a great way to go. All right, we're gonna cook this down and we're gonna meet you right back here. So stick around, don't go anywhere. All right, so we got our bacon and our onions cooked down. That's how you want that. You wanna bring all that flavor out of the bacon and just cook it down. And once the bacon's cooked down, and with the Brussels sprouts we go. Now we wanna deglaze that pan. And what we're doing is using lemon juice to do that. So here's our lemon juice, you can hear it. I de-seeded these lemons, so that's why you don't see any seeds going in. I'm using a lot of lemon juice here. And this lemon was sitting out in the sun all day long, so I'm getting maximum flavor from this lemon. There you go. Let's just deglaze that pan with all that nice lemon juice. See that? It's coming right up. Just like that. Can't go wrong with this one. All right, we're gonna let this cook down, and then we're gonna meet you guys right back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, these guys are almost done. They're getting nice and tender. You just don't want to cook the life out of them. You see how the pan got deglazed on the bottom? There's nothing on the bottom of that pan anymore because everything now is inside of Brussels sprouts. So that's how you want to do that. Give it a little flip. And that's it. We're gonna meet you guys back here when the rice is done. Don't go anywhere. All right, here we are, Cornish Hens, Season 4's chopping block. Let's show you what we got. Look at those guys. Beautiful. This is what I mean by turn them on the breast part, because you want to keep this part nice and crispy, because that's the part that always gets soggy. And if there's any water or juice like what's down there to run down, it'll keep those breasts nice and juicy. All right, let's show you what else we got here. These are our Brussels sprouts. They're looking right. And here is our wild and mixed rice. So let's get into it. So first thing we're going to do is get a chicken onto the plate. So I'm going to slide this off to the side. Let's get a plate in here. And I think I'm going to choose a chicken that I taste tested already on a leg. So I'm going to just get this in, just like that. I'm going to be able to pull that leg right off of there. So right onto the plate we go. I'll just roll it over onto that side, just like that. And now we'll get in our Brussels sprouts. Look at those. Beautiful. All that bacon just melted right down in there. And we're just going to get some of these Brussels sprouts right onto the plate. Almost reminds me of a Thanksgiving meal, but it's not Thanksgiving. But you never go wrong with Brussels sprouts. And as a kid, my mother did an excellent job of making them. With lots of flavor. So when kids said, I don't like Brussels sprouts, I never had that problem. All right, so we're going to get that in like that. And I'm going to turn this around. And let's just get our rice onto the plate. So we're just going to bring our rice in. Now what I like to do is try to get it right in front of the chicken, right in front of the hen. Because these are hens, they're not chickens. And I'm just going to go just like that to fill up the front of that hen. And when you get it around the hen, it just makes it look so much nicer. Just let it fall on them just like that. All right, I'm just going to clean this plate up a bit. Just like that. And I think I'll just get an extra Brussels sprout over on the end there. And there you have it. A very basic, simple Southern Cornish game hen meal. Let's give that a shot. I'm gonna get into that leg right there. Actually, I think I'll go for the breast. Why not? We kept it nice and juicy. Look at that. Perfect. And slice a nice piece out of here. Can't go wrong with this one. Let's give that a shot. That tastes like the South, just in one bite. Let's give these Brussels sprouts a go. Get some bacon in there. It brings me right back to my childhood again. Brussels sprouts. Let's try this rice. Outstanding. Now I know it's not Christmas, but it feels like it. All right, we're gonna get organized and meet you guys right back here, so stick around. Don't go anywhere. All right, and there it is. 6 smoked Cornish game hens, smoked to perfection. And we used the pit barrel with their skewers. That's what held all those up. Great cooker. And we served that with Brussels sprouts, bacon, onion, and a mixed wild rice. It's definitely a must-try meal. hope you guys enjoy this one. And if you guys like this video and more videos about to come, give a like, hit that bell. This way you get those videos first. Thank you. Enjoyed having you as always. Without further ado, gotta get a little Pitmaster taste there.